say something really quick. You know, I saw that there was controversy about the gloves. Now, there was no controversy. So just for the record, the gloves have been approved. And Fury will be fighting with the same gloves he wore in the second fight. Okay? Now, Wilder's team attempted to make a scene. And look, by all means, if the time to compete and all that, so I want to see consistent, is before the fight. So I'm glad that they had something to say before the fight. Cool. Okay? My issue, right? Like, here's my issue. Like, here's what I want to make sure people understand. You have to actually demonstrate when the gloves are being inspected, right? That those gloves are not legal, right? If they're like you don't determine on the table that in your opinion these aren't legal or none of that, right? This is how I know that this was just for show. Because if you were serious about these gloves, you would have already determined this in the contract in some way, shape, or fashion. It would have already been addressed, okay? That's what fighters do. They address it in the contracts, right? Now, there was nothing they could do. They knew there was nothing they could do. And they already had MX gloves ready for Wilder, okay? So now Wilder's going to be wearing MX gloves, right? And I'm hearing that it's to fight fire with fire. That's what I'm hearing. Like, oh, he wants to fight with something illegal? Oh, well, we're going to fight with something illegal too. Actually, no. Fury has always been welcome to wear MX gloves or whatever. I'm sorry, Wilder. He could wear those gloves if he wants to. Good for him, okay? You want to wear MX? Good for you. Now, DStyleBoxing had already told many of you that he already fought with MX gloves. I had already mentioned that, right? I had already told a lot of you, you know what? He's already fought with MX gloves before. This is nothing new, okay? And Wilder admitted that. Now, that he's worn MX gloves before. And in an interview with 78 Sports TV, which I just finished watching, right? He basically said, look, I'm going to go back to my MX gloves to fight fire with fire. See, inadvertently admitted, okay, that he's worn those type of gloves before that he's trying to call illegal. That's number one. Number two, okay, he also said out of his own mouth, when I wore those gloves, I broke eye sockets, wrists. I even hurt my hand, but I think it was because of the hand wrapping. All right? Okay, whatever the case is. So he's going to get to wear the same type of gloves, which is completely legal. Okay? Good. You get to wear those if you want, right? They don't give you an advantage or disadvantage. There's advantages and disadvantages on both sides, right? If you wear an MX glove, like he just admitted, it's more likely you could break your hand. All right? That's more likely. That's why there's gloves that have more padding around the knuckles and stuff like that. So they protect your knuckles more, okay? Fighters like Mayweather wore orthopedic gloves with a shitload of padding around the knuckle area. You know why? Because he wanted to protect his brittle hands, okay? Now, what's ironic is this, okay? I saw an image of Maidana's MX glove. They try to do this to Mayweather, right? But Wilder literally said, I'm going to go back to the MX gloves. He literally said, I'm going to wear the MX gloves again. I'm going to wear the MX gloves on Saturday against Fury. He's going to wear that same brand that Floyd Mayweather would not allow Maidana to wear. And if you look at an MX glove, and by the way, Ernie Gabion, who's going to hand out the MX gloves to Wilder, okay, tweeted about this, by the way. The one handing Wilder the gloves tweeted about this. Go ahead and look it up if you want, okay? You could look at those MX gloves. Guess what? You're going to see the same wrinkles, all right? But let me ask you this, because I always heard, Wilder never cheated. Well, if by definition you believe that the MX glove is illegal, okay, which I remember when Blue Blood was doing a video, a live stream, and he said that the MX glove was illegal on a stream. And all I did was post, the MX glove is not illegal. And then I got timed out, okay? And I was being corrected by a bunch of people. No, it's illegal. The MX glove is illegal. So Wilder admitted that he wore it once and he broke eye sockets and all this other stuff. Are we going to suggest that Wilder was cheating those times? Is that what we're going to suggest now? You know, it's funny how everything just always turns out, you know? And I'm also glad that you know, for whatever reason, it led to Wilder wearing the MX gloves, okay? It is the puncher's glove. You know, I find it funny how he goes like this. You know what the MX glove is? It's the puncher's glove. Like he said this, Wilder did. Like if he's educating somebody. We've been on here telling Glovegate conspiracy theorists that the MX glove is a puncher's glove. And we've been having all this resistance saying that no, it's not. Okay? We've been telling people he's worn MX gloves before. Oh, no, he didn't. He wouldn't wear those, right? So it is what it is. Look up a pair of MX gloves. You're not going to find them at your sporting goods store. You're not going to find them, okay, at some like, you know, Walmart or some shit. No, these are specialized gloves, okay, that they've made for Wilder. I'm interested to see if there's any Wilder or Bomb Squad or anything on the MX gloves, by the way, because if there is, I haven't seen them yet, but if there is, that means that they already they ordered them ahead of time, and will prove that all this was just a charade. Okay, so I can't wait to see those gloves. You know, maybe they're just a generic brand or whatever right out of the package, the same type that even Mayweather wouldn't allow Maidana to fight with, by the way. Okay, he wouldn't even let Maidana fight him with fucking Cleto Reyes gloves, but he fought Pacquiao with Cleto Reyes gloves. He fought plenty of people with Cleto Reyes gloves. So, and then he goes into this tirade about how if you hit the middle of the glove, it expands. First of all, we've been saying that. We've been explaining this, right? Like, we literally been explaining this, because if you go, and I have them on my Twitter page, and look at the previous gloves that Wilder himself wore, you will see a curvature because of the punches he was landing. Yes, puncher's gloves do that. So is Wilder admitting that he was wearing gloves that he shouldn't have been wearing for multiple fights? All of a sudden, like, you know what I mean? Like, oh, he's going to wear those gloves, but I'm going to go back to my MX gloves. Very, very interesting. Okay? And it's funny how it always comes back around, right? But now you've heard it from his mouth. They're going to, fire with fire. Okay, cool. You both agree to wear puncher's gloves. You both agree to wear horsehair gloves, the same type of gloves that have been worn for a century in boxing. Muhammad Ali fought with horsehair gloves. George Foreman fought with horsehair gloves. Lennox Lewis, Mike Tyson, Julio Cesar Chavez, Mayweather himself fought with horsehair fucking gloves until his brittle hands couldn't take it anymore. Wilder debunked the whole Glovegate theory himself when he explained why a puncher's glove does something, and he admitted to wearing those type of gloves in multiple fights, which we've been saying. I'm just saying. So I don't want to stay too long with this one, all right? But he's going to be wearing those same type of wrinkly ass gloves that Tyson Fury's going to wear, okay? And it's funny how people think, like, they're making it seem like they found an egg weight in the glove and that now he's going to get to wear an egg weight as well, okay? So please, and by the way, stop saying you can't turn a glove 90 degrees like this, because you can. The MX gloves, the guy handing you the MX gloves, Wilder, Ernie Gabion, we interviewed him and he told us they're designed to do that. To parry shots. That's literally what they're designed to do. So, like, tell me where I've lied, please, okay? But hey, if it makes everyone feel better, good. Can I just enjoy the fight now? So now that Glovegate's been put to bed, can we just enjoy the fight? Can we just do that? Right? Please. This is DStyleBoxing. I don't know if G-Funk is going to go live tonight, but if he is, he could let us know, right? So you guys can go check him out. But that's all I had to say, okay? Look, I don't like to come on here and be like, oh, I heard. Like, I'm not going to act stupid, right? I told you where I heard the video, okay? A shout out to 78. You know, he did the exclusive interview with Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder so eloquently explained to us how a puncher gloves works, and what makes a lot of the images y'all were looking at on the internet, what explains why there's a curvature on it. You could go and look at Wilder's gloves that he wore against Malik Scott and other fighters. You will see a curvature on the glove, okay, that he's already worn, and he admitted himself. Listen to what he said. When he wore a puncher's glove, he was breaking eye sockets and wrists, and I'm going to go back to those gloves. He's already worn the glove in fights. So if by definition you believe that wearing those type of gloves makes you a cheater, then I guess he admitted he's a cheater by your logic. Not by my logic, by your logic, okay? No, guys that wear puncher's gloves and horseback gloves are not cheaters. Okay? That doesn't make you a cheater. All those stupid pictures you've been looking at don't mean shit. And by the way, I'm glad he's wearing those type of gloves, because now, best believe, I will be dissecting the fuck, frame by frame, okay, in that fight. Win, lose, or draw. I'm going to be dissecting the shit out of it. And I invite everyone else to do the same motherfucking thing. Okay? So, with that said, next time, don't just get a bunch of idiots who's looking at your glove. How about you do this? Hire an expert. Hire someone that knows about gloves, understands gloves, okay? And all that good stuff. Please. And it would help you to understand that do not say things that you cannot bend the glove back 90 degrees. If the person handing you the glove, the manufacturer himself that we interviewed, that tweeted out that he's going to hand you the gloves, literally told us that it's designed to do that. I'm out. Peace.